Hello, ladies and gentlemen. You've missed a few things, just reasons. We have the truck in here. It's way up off the ground on those fantastic recalled Harbor Freight jack stands, hence the ratchet strap going to my gantry. I've actually used these stands on tons of heavy stuff and been very rough with them. I'm not really that concerned. You usually aren't until you get smacked in the head by a truck. Anyway, so here's our old cross member. This is the original cross member that I put a substantial notch in and then reinforced the bottom of for the exhaust over here that crossed over behind the transmission, went into an X, and you see. The problem is that Turbo 400 you see on the floor over there, that is being replaced by that 4L80E size gentleman, or 4L85. Not that it really matters. Well, he's a bit longer, and this was real snug on the back of the pan. Like this crossover, I had real tight on the pan. So I'm going to have to work some magic with that. Probably add some straight pipe in there and to the other collector to kick that back. So I still have to cross over because I'm still running the factory fuel tank. So you're pretty lucky on the OBSs with the cross member stuff, because as you can see, it's straight with holes. All you have to do is slide it back, drill some more holes in the frame. But yeah, I'm a little too extra for that. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm kind of in the process of this and then decided to record it, so you've not really missed anything relevant. Okay, you get you some plate. I'm still drilling. You get you some plate, drill you some holes in it. These are the pieces that are going to sit up on the frame. Well, actually, it goes like that, but okay, so you have these that I about knocked off the bench. And instead of all of this bulky, janky, not really even that strong, I got a little bit of 1 inch, maybe 1 1/4 tubing, I don't know. My boss was using it for some pins on his dump truck bed, and they wouldn't sell them less than a 5-foot cut. He needed like 6 inches. So I relieved him of the rest of it. So what I'm going to do here, other than give you a seizure from not having a cameraman, and that should change shortly, but it is what it is. Okay, so we're going to do something. I guess I'll just show you on one side, because there's no way I'm going to be able to show you on both. Yeah, so that's going to be the new cross member. And then here in the center, going to have this nice little piece of 2x3 angle coming up to be the trans mount. And instead of sliding it back and drilling more holes, I'm actually just going to mount this tube further back. That way I don't have to drill more holes in the frame. You could call it saving the integrity of the frame. What I call it is I don't really like to drill holes that are above my face. So I'll get back with you guys shortly. Okay, so this is the tacked together rough version of what I'm replacing that with. When I'm done, I'll probably trim these up with the plasma. Obviously I still have to cut the slot in this. But what I did is I just put these pieces up in the frame rails and bolted them down. I set the pipe on top of it and then placed this up against the trans where I want the trans to be. And once I got it figured out where this needed to be, I just tacked it on to the plates and then figured out where that needed to be and tacked it onto the bar. Make sure you get good tacks because you got to kind of wrestle it out. But then I just pulled it out and I tacked it a little better. I'm going to go back in there one more time and make sure everything lines up. And then I'm going to pull it back out and burn it in and do my cleanup. Like I'm going to take the corners off of that and, you know, normal stuff you don't have to do. But for like what's probably maybe 40 bucks worth of material, it's going to be a tubular K member or trans cross member that will be stronger, but more importantly, at least in my application, it will free up space for exhaust and all of those things. And I just wanted one because I wanted one. Alright, so obviously I've painted it, I'm letting it dry, but this is your simple tubular trans cross member for a 4L80 swap in a OBS that's LS swapped. And you don't need this for the 80, you can just like slide yours back. But like I said, because of my other exhaust concerns and other things that I'm doing, I wanted the extra clearance. And it's quite a bit lighter. And I'm assuming it's probably quite a bit stronger than my modified one was. So anyway, that's the boy. I'll take some video when it's in its spot. Okay, so it's the next day. I didn't end up filming this. So there's the trans cross member installed, and as you can see, there's tons more space than there would be otherwise, and you could jack the truck up by it. Yeah. So anyway, that's a relatively easy project. Pretty good upgrade. Anytime you get more space for a lighter weight product that's stronger, that's a win. Yes, I realized that that last video was supposed to be the last potato can video. It don't always work out like it's supposed to. Anyway, I appreciate you watching. Just a little sneak peek at the top end of the boy. Like I said, in this truck, we will be doing Holley Terminator X Max, E85 fuel system, PTFE line, Corvette regulator because we're cheap. That'll end up changing. Once I get everything hammered out with you know, the NA setup, we're then going to basically tear it apart and do Turbski things. So yeah, it should be fun. And then I plan on doing a full build, paint and body, suspension, you know, all of the little things that you run into along the way. And you know, the things you don't really think about, which are the things that waffle stomp your wallet. Anyway, appreciate you watching, and feel free to comment.